First game we're looking at today is Arsenal against Burnley at the Emirates Stadium. Well, this is a mismatch if ever there was one. Arsenal have won 11 and drawn 1 of 12 home games against all but the top 2 teams. Burnley are still looking for their first away win this season, and they've only drawn once. We deal with these situations quite a lot in the Premier League, Steve, where you've got a home team who are very, very strong and a away team who can't win. Burnley, more to the point, look like they're not going to even survive this season.
What did I say about Burnley 3 months ago, James?
They're going to go down.
And
what price were they?
They were something like 5-2, I think, at the time. I just said, just can't. They don't convince me. Their home form cannot continue like that. They've been found out now, and let's be honest. I mean, this is another one where if they defend the way they did against Portsmouth, then they're certainly not.
If you can't beat Portsmouth at home, and your home form's your strong point,
it wasn't like they had a plethora of chances, was it? Or they were so much better than Portsmouth. If anything, Portsmouth probably just deserved to nick it. So, no, away from home, one. I think it's 1 point out of 39, isn't it? That's
something
just
like that,
you've got to pick up if you're going to stay up. No matter what your home form's like, you've got to get probably 8 or 9 points away from home. At least, and they're not going to get that, and they're certainly not going to add to that 1 point out of this game.
They're certainly not. No, well, as Steve says, Burnley were 5-2 to go down when Steve mentioned that back in the autumn. They're now 2-5, so you've missed your chance there. Looking again at the outright market, Steve, you mentioned
some might have got on. So
they might have done. That is true. They might have done. If you did, well done. You mentioned about Arsenal last week winning the league. They were 7-1 going into their game at Stoke last weekend to win the league, and you said that now is the time to back Arsenal.
It's the most I've ever fancied Arsenal to win the Premiership.
If you didn't, they're now 11-4.
Yeah.
So that just
I got
shows,
9-1 actually. So.
Did you really? Well, there you go. And it shows just how much a couple of results can change prices.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just incredible.
Nothing's changed from a Man United Chelsea perspective. They still look as unpredictable as we've ever seen. They're still. They are capable of getting beaten, there's no doubt about that. And let's be honest, they've still got to play each other. Yeah. So they will definitely drop points.
Yeah, absolutely. And the good thing about Arsenal is these are the sort of games where in the past they may, not so much Burnley, but against some of the smaller sides.
Well, Stoke last week,
they're rolling them over, aren't they?
Stoke last week, you probably looked at it and said, Arsenal's run-in has Stoke away, possibly get beaten there, Tottenham, and I think it might be Man City. And apart from that, they've been beating up everybody else. They've had no problem dispatching all the other sides of the sort of vein that they've got left to play. They've got over one massive hurdle beating Stoke at Stoke. I'll tell you what, they've almost got a free run in now, haven't they?
Absolutely right. Well, if you fancy Arsenal to win this game, you're going to have to shop around to find a good price because they're such a short price to win the game. They're trading at 8-1 on with William Hill at the moment to win the match. So we've looked elsewhere for a couple of value bets on the game. Our first wager is on Arsenal to score 3 or more goals in the match. That's available at a price of 4-5. And our second bet is on Arsenal to win both halves. And that's available at evens. And for those of you that haven't placed this sort of bet before, it's not Arsenal half-time, full-time, which is a different market. This is on Arsenal winning both 45 minutes of football.